Did you hit the go button, Draco?
I did.
And I'm live. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Another installment of Flying with Monkeys. We are continuing our world tour. Tonight we are flying from Sapporo, Japan, RJCC, to Attu, Alaska, ATU. Going back to American soil. Maybe.
Maybe.
We have the usual suspects tonight. Mr. Moondog88 is here.
Hello.
And Drako0411.
Everybody get your marshmallows ready to roast on the fireballs that are at the end of the airport.
Yep. And of course I'm Zigzag.
Zigzag.
I don't even know my own name. And we're going to make it, I'm going to make it there one way or another tonight, even if it's paddling my life raft. We need to get this tour completed. We got other things we want to do, so.
The reason he doesn't know his name, he's got concussion from crashing this on practice runs already.
Yeah, I have not even made it to cruising speed or to cruising altitude in this plane. Moondog has actually taken it off and landed it in the same flight. Yeah. But Draco and I have not, so.
But we have wiped out more Japanese villages with these planes than.
Well, no, we were taking off in Phoenix, so we haven't really destroyed anything in Japan yet.
Yeah, that was in Phoenix.
Yeah. So, and the reason we're all hot and ready to go because it is a 3-hour flight.
Yep.
And
we don't want to waste too much time.
So, we're set. I'm ready for pushback. And
Me too.
I'm going to go. The reason that in each of our streams it looks like you've got a DC-10 and then 2 floating sky catchers is we have them all in Steam, and Join can't find them there for some reason and match them up. So if anyone does know the reason of that and can help out, feel free to let us know.
It's on our list of things to figure it out, but we just haven't made it that far yet.
Yeah.
So we may figure it out right around 2019.
Land. Yeah.
Window de-ice on.
How'd you turn the? No, my window de-ice is on.
Yeah, mine defaulted to on with the automatic.
Then I wonder why it says left windshield and right windshield anti-ice off.
Then have you got the switch in the wrong position again?
No, because those knobs don't work.
What
the window de-ice?
Yeah, it says windshield de-ice.
There's a switch.
I can't make the switch work.
Avionics.
No, that's window de-ice. There's window de-ice and then there's windshield de-ice.
This is true.
Okay.
You have a warning indicator for that?
Yep. Right underneath the nav.
Hold short, runway 19 right. All right.
19 right's what I got.
And we'll do a pushback now and just brakes.
I'm not that far along yet. You go to flaps 15.
I guess I should bring my flight stick over here so I can actually control the plane.
Controlling the plane is overrated for us.
Landing and strobe lights. Like that.
So we're taking off in the rain. When we flew in here, we were flying through snow. We're leaving in rain, and we're probably landing in.
We're probably landing in the ocean if we're lucky.
Well, yeah, because where we're landing at is Attu Station, and Attu Station has no radio, no tower. All right, so
that's
I better.
Well,
I'll stop there because you're coming this way and they have me looping the other direction.
Wait. Did I miss which way I'm supposed to go? Damn it.
Well, just go down, make a left, and make a left, and come back up.
Hell yeah, I missed it. So worried about my damn windshield de-ice lights, I taxied the wrong direction. Well, it wouldn't be one of my streams without me getting irritated and yelling at myself.
Oh, now it's giving me 7,000. I thought I did that. Guess I didn't.
Just do a nice loop around here. Hey, Roy.
Is Roy stopping in?
What is this?
I figured Roy
You don't
would be.
Roy goes, you
was
don't need
tired
the
of
flight
us."
stick. All the passengers got off after you said the knob doesn't work.
What runway are you guys headed to?
19
right.
right.
Okay. Yep.
It's
Which
gonna give
appears
us,
to be right over here.
Yeah, it's right there. You're
That
push
is
back
shade.
and then turn right.
Alright, have you guys passed me already?
Yeah,
Or
you're
you,
clear.
wait, anybody right behind me?
No, you're clear.
There we go.
You know what I should probably do? You're an airliner. Oh, we're already in join. Never mind, it's not gonna work.
Sure I have everything.
Right on. Speed set for takeoff.
Tower 1467 heavy, ready for IFR departure, runway 19 right,
190 something, right?
1467 heavy, cleared for takeoff, runway 19
I was gonna look that
right,
up, so let's see. Other
cleared for
page
takeoff, runway
19.
19 right, 1467 heavy.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out onto the runway,
What?
then I'm gonna save my game, and then
Yep, don't
attempt
forget
to
to do
take
that.
off.
182 is what it says on the one plan for heading.
Okay.
So that's at least got you close, if it's not exact.
Brakes one more time. Lights. Save. Yes. Okay. Set my heading. Actually, my runway heading is 177. Okay. Here goes nothing.
Alright, and my save point's gonna be at hold. Just in case we get back to this point.
Which I have a sneaky suspicion we will.
I wouldn't be surprised if I am.
And
70, 80, 90. Come on. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Easy. Get back on the runway. This plane is a finicky bitch.
alright, saved.
She's persnickety. Oh, there's Moondog floating. Well, that was the shortest taxi I've done in about a month.
Yeah.
We almost didn't see you with you floating right there.
Cleared for
Yeah,
takeoff.
you should have seen the takeoff I just had.
little hydroplaning on the runway.
A little.
Heavy. Contact auto departure on 125.3.
Yes, I acknowledge. Clear to take off.
125.3. 1467 heavy. Auto departure 1467 heavy is at 1,300, climbing 1000. 1467 heavy. Auto departure, roger. Altimeter 2960. 1467 heavy. Turn left heading 040, climb and maintain 1000.
Good.
Turn left heading 040, climb and maintain 1000. 1467 heavy.
Turn left heading 040.
Come on. 40. 50.
Uh-oh.
Vertical climb.
Hope I didn't break something.
Okay, we're gonna save right here. I have a feeling we're gonna need it. Let's see, which one is this? DC-10 takeoff. We'll take that slot again.
Wait a minute. Altitude button. Yes. Yes.
Uh-oh.
1467 heavy. Please expedite your climb to 1000.
Okay, so we need armor IAS, which is opposite 230.
Turn left. 045.
What the hell is beeping at me like that?
That's the sound of death.
1467 heavy. Please expedite your climb to 1000.
At least most of the time in my case it was.
I was able to save it that time.
By doing what? Forward on the stick.
Forward on the stick, forward on the throttle.
Yep. Alright, well we're gonna go for it.
What the hell is this plane doing?
1467 heavy. Contact Tokyo Center on 132.6. Going to 132.6. 1467 heavy.
Landing gear flaps are all up.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Auto departure 1467 heavy is at 1,600, climbing 1000. 1467 heavy. Auto departure, roger. Altimeter 2960.
Oh, come on.
210.
I hate this. I don't know if it's the frickin' autopilot in this thing or what, but it will not hold the altitude.
Did you turn on the altitude hold?
Yep. and it shot me. It tried to shoot me up. It sent me straight up in the air like a rocket.
Vertical speed set at 2,000.
Yep.
Flaps all off.
Yep.
Okay. Flight directors on.
So we'll do this again. Flight director on.
Okay, so at this point,
But then again, I couldn't even keep the damn thing from sliding all over the runway.
climb and maintain 17. Thank you. Contact Tokyo Center, thank you.
Okay. Autopilot on. Altitude hold.
You don't need altitude hold until you take until after takeoff.
I'm already in the air.
Oh, okay.
Are you using the auto throttle?
ATS, you mean?
Yes.
You'd have to hit the IAS button underneath the altitude knob to engage that. Oh, yep, forgot to turn mine on.
1467 heavy, acknowledge last transmission. 125.3, 1467 heavy.
Go ahead and turn those on. Okay, maybe I won't. It's not gonna let me turn them on.
Nose light is off automatically because there's no light main here. Center is off on the landing lights.
1467 heavy, Apollo departure, roger, altimeter 2960. 1467 heavy, turn left heading 040, climb and maintain 117.
What was it yelling at you for?
Because I was turning on the wind shift, or the the GPS warnings and stuff.
Well, I took it really easy on the vertical speed. Because I felt like in my 7 takeoff attempts that's what was killing me.
I set the trim at 0.5 for takeoff, and I did have vertical speed still at 2,000. And
I know, but you've never had any problems like that, like I was for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
So I'm just playing it safe. I ain't in over.
Whose is that?
That's me.
Moondog. The only one you can hear is Moondog. So I'm just playing it safe. I ain't in no hurry to get up there. Got all night.
No, I did not hear your transmission. I was fighting the plane.
I was trying not to die. Sorry there, buddy.
This reminds me of when we started learning how to fly the 757.
Yeah.
And we still crash that one. Well, me and Zig do.
Yeah.
Moondog flies that damn thing like it's flying a kite. Hey, this is the highest I've actually ever made it in this plane. 7,700 feet.
It just called me up to 19,000, so that makes my butt pucker a little bit. Because it's always the second,
Is
the
it
second
GPS
step when
and VOR for it to hold on GPS, right?
yeah.
Well, hell, I've never made it to the second climb.
I have. And then I got all like,
1467
woohoo, I did it, and then all of a sudden, beep, beep, beep.
132.6
Yeah.
1467 heavy.
Above 10,000 feet, I'm putting a spurs to this thing.
Tokyo Center 1467 heavy is at 9,300.
Turn right.
11,000.
Right.
1467 heavy.
Why you
Tokyo
got me
Center,
going right?
Roger. Altimeter 2968.
That beeping let me know I'm within 1,000 feet of my altitude. Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
oh no, we're all
no.
gonna die.
Is my GPS wrong or what? Why is it turning me to the right and then telling me to resume on navigation?
Probably just trying to get you lined up a little better.
It ain't anywhere close.
I'm at maintain 19.
Flight level 190. Climb and maintain.
So when it
Flight
says
level
resume on
190.
navigation, that's when it's time to click over to the GPS, right?
I believe so.
Correct. Lower the nose. Yeah. Why am I muted? Damn it.
Oh yeah, mine.
I better go look now if I'm muted. It got me. Hello, hello,
No,
hello.
we're
Nope,
good.
nope.
Yeah,
We're all there in my chat. We're all.
We're there. I kill the. This is why I do that. I kill it with the intro because in the intro
Yeah.
my mic is still hot, and we're still chatting stuff. So it's like I don't want to
Right.
be there with that. So that's why that gets there. Thank you, Roy. That was 10 minutes ago, but yeah, lower the nose. Yeah, I was lowering the nose.
Is that me?
No, that's me.
Yeah, we all go like, is that us? Who's that? Who's that? Butt puckers every time Moondog's beeper starts going off tonight.
Every time I hear any type of beep,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I was right there at almost at 17 when it starts to do that.
Roy says, because you guys were pushing the max climb rate, I think you hit turbulence and that's why you almost stalled.
It's possible.
Maybe.
That's why this time I was like, I'm not even pushing that max climb rate. I'm just going to stay off of it and not worry about it. There's no big hurry to get up there. You know, like I'm only at 1400 right now.
I'm at 13, just reached 1400.
So, sorry I haven't been paying attention yet. This is a new plane and taking off in it is one of those where you go, yeah, right, right.
What's sad is this thing has more dials than my 377 and everybody thought that thing has a lot of dials.
Yeah. My stuff is caught up, chat is caught up.
Did they forget about me?
Double check that your flight plan is loaded.
Oh,
Yep,
with
it's loaded.
with you guys
Okay.
taking back off
Good.
again. Yeah.
Because I noticed after I had done a couple restarts with the save game that I had to reload my flight plan. It had kicked it out because I was flying and I'm like, did they forget about me? And I'm like, oh well, crap. No wonder they don't even know where I'm going.
I should have all this stuff in.
All right, I'm gonna try clicking over to GPS and VOR lock.
What was my flight plan for this? Really? I only set 20,000 feet for my cruise altitude? That don't seem right. I wouldn't do something that stupid.
Do what?
For some reason, it has my cruise altitude flight level 200. Sure as hell don't want it to be that low.
Yeah, you'll be bouncing and dragging your feet all the way there.
Yeah, Roy. I just decided to stay off of the climb rate. And take her easy. You know, kick back, put my feet up. Enjoy a beverage. That was the sound. Anybody any sound?
Yeah, I heard that.
Take my Yeti cup.
1467 heavy. Climb and maintain flight level 270.
270.
Drinking some coffee tonight.
Flight level 270.
Coffee.
No beer?
7 heavy.
Stout. Coffee stout.
Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say, no wonder we're having so much problems. You're not drinking your beer.
It's code.
Okay.
You threw this universe
Drinking
all out.
coffee. Or as Jake's been saying, my gaming fuel. Kids. Oh, and I get some crappy video output to go with it. How about that? That's awesome.
What's nothing?
Turn right heading
Everything's
050.
in the green.
Proceed
In the
on
green.
course.
Thanks to everyone for stopping and watching.
Heavy.
I have no.
Yes,
I can see how YouTube's doing. I don't know how Twitch is doing.
Roy's going to get another coffee. Yeah?
There, standard barometer, because I'm that freaking high now.
You know, just because my paranoia is getting the best of me, I'm going to go ahead and do a save.
What the hell is this plane doing now?
Heavy. Please expedite your climb to flight level 270.
I'm scared to even, like, look at anything, touch anything.
If I crash this time, I'm done.
OBS disconnected.
1467 heavy. Please expedite your climb to flight level 270.
Reconnected.
It's like all of a sudden I had no power from the engines.
Am I there? You guys can hear me on Discord.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Please expedite your
Discord,
climb to flight level
shut off.
270.
Came back on. Hold on.
I wish they had a different tone for the you're approaching your selected altitude.
What the hell is this thing doing? It literally just wants to shoot straight up in the air.
do not know. What did you have your last vertical speed set to?
200 feet per minute, and it wants to shoot me up to where I'm climbing at 6,000 feet per minute.
That's what it was before things got crazy, or?
No, just out of the blue. But, well, before, I couldn't, all of a sudden I had no power from the engines.
Yeah, like I'm down to like a 171.
Well, you're getting ready to stall, because at 169 you'll stall.
So how do I?
Well, I tried to lower the nose with vertical speed, and the nose would not lower.
There goes mine.
Wow.
Did you save it, or
Yeah, I saved it.
how did?
I had to turn off the entire autopilot, regain control of the plane manually, then slowly turn on one autopilot system at a time.
Yeah. Which one did you start with?
All right. Sorry, my wife came in and stuff there.
I started
I'm
with heading first.
watch your elevator pitch trim. When it starts adjusting, it gets into that green and it starts pitching you vertically, and then it slows you down, and then you're at 12 and 14, which has got you straight up. Get that back down, and it'll pitch your nose back down. Doesn't matter what you're
Hold
doing.
on, I
you're
can't.
pushing on the yoke.
I didn't hear a word you said there. I'm in the middle of chaos.
Sorry.
He's trying to keep from
Doing what?
doing what I just ended up doing.
I don't know why, but hopefully everyone's still here.
Wow, that was that was scary right there.
So, what were you saying then, Moondog? What do you have your speed set to?
My speed is set for 300. My vertical climb is 16 to 18.
I just want to know what you had your speed at.
And then
You're still on IAS though.
Yes. By the way, I'll switch over here. I'm high enough fast enough. I can go to mock hold.
So what did you say? You were watching your elevator trim?
Watch your elevator trim so it doesn't.
But that's
Get
part
down
of
to the-
autopilot's doing that, right?
And that's what's causing it. It starts to get up there because your speed's slowing down, and then it
Yeah.
keeps adjusting it, and then your nose is all the way up.
Yeah.
Get that back down, and then you're okay. But when that is trimmed to 12 and 14, it doesn't matter how much you're pushing the yoke forward to get the nose down, it won't.
Maybe I needed to boost my speed up, and that's what I forgot to do because I've managed to somehow save it. And I'm back on climb, even though they're yelling at me.
They're telling me to turn right to 085,
Oh,
and
they
then
were
climb
telling-
maintain and climb 270.
Yeah, they were just yelling at me to get up there.
Alright, I'm at 3.50.
So maybe it was the speed that I had. I was still at the 230, and I had noticed it had dropped way off, and maybe I needed to.
Well, I pushed my speed up to 298, and I'm holding at about 293.
she's finicky.
Finicky hell, she's a persnickety bitch. Pretty sure everybody in the back of my plane threw up like 12 times and then passed out.
Yeah. I just sent a round back there on the house. Sorry. And a box of wet wipes so everybody can clean themselves.
Well, I said looking into the reviews for this, someone reported the plane would climb and stall out for no reason, or it would do a nosedive.
Great.
We've hit the climbs.
1467 heavy, turn left heading 065, proceed on course.
Side
Turn
view.
left heading 065, resume on navigation. 1467 heavy.
It's kind of like wrestling a tiger. It's beautiful, but it wants to kill you.
Yeah. And at the same time, the fact that it's finicky is like makes me angry, but at the same time it makes it challenging a little bit. So
It makes me want to tame it.
exactly.
If you know what to do to fix and grab real quick, we can keep it going not into the ground. But it's that knowledge there that does that, and I can see it's pitching.
Well,
Looks like it was.
luckily when me and Zig had all the had the issues this time, we were like 19, 20,000 feet in the air, so
Yeah.
we had
Yeah,
a little bit of
yeah.
air between us and the ground.
not 4,000 where you don't get much of a chance to figure anything out.
Well, the first time it did that to me, I was at like 4,700 feet,
Yeah.
and near pissed myself.
And the first thing that fixed that was taking the elevator trim down to 0.5 instead of 4, where they told you, because as soon as I was pulling up on the, as soon as I would get off the runway, it wanted to shoot straight up
Well,
because of the elevator.
Well,
Or
I've decided
yeah.
to climb at a very modest 1,200 feet per minute.
Mhm. And you got to watch that speed. I think that's what I forgot to do, because I was only at like 1,300, but as I got up to that second tier of altitude, I didn't
Uh-oh.
maintain my speed. I know Moondog's beeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still had it set at 230, and I looked down and my speed was down to like 177 or whatever, and I guess I didn't think about to keep bumping that knob up on the speed as the altitude increased.
Now, once I'm done climbing, I'll back the speed down a little bit. Because, like I said, I'm at 290 right now.
Yeah, I'm at 294. And I'm at 20,000 feet.
I'm at 22,000.
Yeah,
Got
expediting
290.
climb, but expediting climb is not what I want. I want speed right now.
Are you're still having issues with that?
No, I'm climbing from 29 to 35, and it got a little slow.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to get up to 30, and I'm just going to stay right there.
I think I set mine to, what did I set it to? 375? I did go to 375.
What the hell were you thinking?
I'm at
I wanted to get high tonight, I guess.
415. I don't want to.
You never want to go that high, though.
I know. Well, Moondog's like, I'm going to 85. Or whatever he said.
I'm going to 315.
47 or something he said. So I'm like, well, shoot, I'm just going to lowball it at 37.5.
I feel like the chicken now at 30. This is almost like one of those planes that you can't even get up and go to the bathroom without worrying about it trying to kill you.
Right?
Although any plane that has engine fail light right at eye level with you should make you nervous.
They're like, here, you're gonna need this, so we're gonna put it right here.
At some point they're gonna go, okay, you're on your own. I'm wondering if there's just something with the all the high temp lights have gone out in the back. The switches, I don't see any warning lights.
Well, the weird thing is that, but then again, I really should be looking at indicated airspeed here. Should be looking at Mach up here at 25,000, shouldn't I?
Should, but
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can change over. They tell you in the manual once you get to cruise to change over to Mach speed for your speed control. But all right, sent me up. They're sending me up to 370.
Wow.
Even up pucker a little bit.
Even my co-pilot bailed out a while back.
God dang thing.
Your co-pilot bailed out.
Co-pilot, flight engineer, a couple of flight attendants.
Door's still open?
Well, they were. The co-pilot, as he jumped out, hit the door and it slammed back shut again.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do another save.
See, the only thing that I learned is that saving your flight in your simulator in mid-flight, and you go back, it messes everything up. Your engines aren't right the whole bit. So if I crash from crash up here, that's just the end of the stream.
Well, hopefully, you know, now that we've made it up to a cruising altitude, we can just crash on the landing and then
Yeah.
kind of we'll be there.
Hey, you know what? At least we'll be close to the Coast Guard station so they can clean it all up.
Yeah, right.
Joe goes, go figure. Look who's flying. Guess they figured they'd take a boat back to America.
We saw you did some flights on the VA, Joe, or at least one. I haven't been on there in a couple days. They kicked one of mine out with a landing rate of minus 1,575. I'm not sure why.
Not sure why.
They have me turning to 085.
Yeah, expedite, yes.
Are you guys still making turns?
No, I've been on resume mode navigation for quite a while.
Well, they said turn left heading 065, resume on navigation. So I did, and now all of a sudden it's turn right to heading 085.
Huh.
This is going to be one of those flights where I'm zigzagging all over the frickin' place. Let me see. GPS.
1467 heavy. Did you hear my last transmission? Going to 134.25. 1467 heavy.
So apparently it'll bring me back onto the GPS line. Oh, there's Zig.
Well, you can see me?
Yep. .6 miles in front of me. That is really damn close. If I could actually see your plane.
Well, if nothing else, we're getting closer to Alaska with each up and down roller coaster event.
You're going up and down. I'm going left and right.
And funeral host. Oh yeah, that's. I love your name for right now. What's going on? Funeral host. I need to get this game again. Yeah, but I'm going to need a funeral home here before too long.
I believe it's on sale right now.
Sale ended
Did it?
earlier today. Steam sales did.
Alright, so to make the GPS work, all I have to do is turn off the heading hold and turn on GPS. Hit the GPS button.
GPS and then the VOR LOC button.
Okay.
Feel like I'm dropping speed really quick.
I am. It's almost like this. It's almost like the speed hold doesn't work on this.
Well, it did work for the whole flight from Phoenix to San Francisco. I did the other night, but it's trying to correct everything while climbing vertically, and that's got to be a bit of the issue.
Well,
You know, there's been certain times that the C-47 was doing that to me.
well, the thing is, I'm not climbing. I'm at 30,000 feet, and I'm supposed to be, because I haven't changed my speed any, so it's supposed to be trying to hold a speed of 298. I'm at 247.
I don't know. Oops.
Joe says he thinks that he got 3, and so far his average so far is minus 499 in landings. I've only made one flight and only made one landing in that flight, in there so far.
Okay. I've actually gotten over 30,000.
All right, I'm speeding back up again. How's fuel looking?
Alright, and while we're doing that, and so my stuff drops off there. Let's jump on another page. And look at this.
Well, that could be the problem. Hey, Zig,
What?
make sure all your switches are turned back on for your hydraulics and your fuel pump. When you had to restart,
I didn't restart.
you didn't have to restart? Well, it's glad to know that those switches do absolutely nothing in this plane. All right, 262. Yeah, Joe. Joe says it's not as easy as you think. They definitely made it a bit of a challenge. That they did.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Where's it at that shows your average? Stats. Somewhere. Got 8.1 hours and just 1,900 or 1,955 miles that I've flown, but I don't see where you can pull up your average for landing. It beeped at me and I jumped.
Well, I just passed Zig.
Yeah, I'm experimenting with
Oh,
managing
Joe said-
my own speed.
Joe says he's gonna hate to see what happens when he does his 10-hour check ride to get the private part. Hate to see what they do for the FAA test questions.
Oh, he joined the professional?
Well, I think when he hits his 25 hours, he's planning on it. Is that right, Joe?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna touch that for quite a while. I mean, for obvious reasons.
All right, let's be
So
daring.
did you come up with anything to get it to keep climbing, Moondog?
I completely just reset everything, got the speed up to full speed, and then started to climb.
Yeah, he yelled, "Superman, help!" He came and grabbed the back of the plane and just lifted it up.
Because
No.
I've taken mine off of speed control and I just got it balls to the wall. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's the only way I can keep speed.
It seems to, or right now, mine seems to be okay with the speed control. Like, I can hear the engines back off because I'm at 285 and I have it set for 280. And then when I drop below that, I'll hear it push back
Are
up
you
again.
done climbing though?
Oh yeah, I'm cruising now.
Oh, well, see, I still got another 10,000 feet to go.
Nope, I'm done climbing. And everybody, because of the flight, have a smoke and get up and walk around. He says it could be under your profile somewhere. Give me another 10 minutes, I'll be home to look on my computer because he's driving home from work right now.
Well, that's understandable.
Okay, why do I keep getting encoder overload on my overloaded on my OBS?
I don't know. I got mine a little bit ago. Mine completely shut off and turned back on. That's what there was a stutter for.
But
I lowered my altitude to 325.
he says that he wants to go for everything on there. He wants to
Wow.
go. He wants to do the historical part for sure. We're already getting ready to work on the historical part.
That's why we're flying this crazy plane.
Although us flying this, it's more the hysterical part.
Yeah. Well, hey, I don't want to jinx it, but I've made it a lot further than I thought I was gonna.
Oh yeah, I have to.
Scared to go get a beverage, though. I'll tell you
Me
that.
too. I may have to empty a bottle here in a second for myself. How's Twitch looking?
So I wonder, is there some sort of like fuel mixture deal where you got to dial that back so
Nope.
the engines keep power when you're up? No?
Nope. You're thinking prop still.
I know, I'm just, trying to...
Alright. Well,
Freaking thing.
maybe this plane doesn't like to go above 30,000 feet.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not there yet, but
All right. I'm 1,136 nautical miles from Attu.
yep. I got my airspeed up to 400.
Jesus. Are the wings still attached?
surprised they even put that on the speedometer.
0.9. Well, that's because I went from 35 down to 25 because it nosed down on me.
That's comforting to know.
Yeah.
Did it do it on its own, or did you start
try-
stalling?
I was trying to climb the rest of the way up too, and no. Altitude decrease
Let's take a look outside.
10,000.
Now, I don't have a skin for this plane. It's all. It's just gonna be all white for a while. Joe says jets don't have mixture control. Props only do.
Yeah, that right there tells you how often I fly jets. Well, up until we got the Phenom, I've been flying that a lot, but that's not really an airliner. I was just trying to figure out why. You know, it seems like as the altitude increases, like it just seems like the engines have nothing. Like I'm not quite 100%, but I'm dang near 100%, and I'm only climbing at. I am still at 900 feet per minute, so. But I have started dropping speed again, and I don't know why that happens.
Do you know what down angle of like 65% looks like? My passengers do.
How many passengers did you have stuck to the front of your of your plane?
Not because you're all stuck against the tail, because it was dropping that. Luckily, I haven't turned off "you may get up and walk around" signs.
So I'm kind of worried because I never looked at the back of the plane closely before I left. It looks like I'm missing some of my horizontal stabilizer.
No, that's how it actually works.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking, you know, with all the left and right and up and down and the oh shit moments, I thought maybe part of my tail fell off.
Yeah, I have a master warning. Could it be because I dropped so fast? Alright, so I changed my altitude from 415 to 315.
Oh, I have a master caution. I don't know what that's for, but oh well.
Could have been at any point one of those, oh, darn things. It flashed at me again for a second there.
So, you know, this is one of the little things about FSX that I'm sure a lot of people overlook. If you look at the moon changes phases, and it almost syncs up with the with the real phases of the moon. Just a little something to not that Moondog and Zig care right now, because they're just trying to keep from becoming the newest submarine. No worries though, because I'll be the
I'm
newest
at,
crater in Attu Island here pretty soon.
I am now at new flight level.
See, I'm actually descending and still losing speed.
That does not make sense.
Why in the world would that be? And there it goes.
Stalled? Alright, I'll be right back.
All right. Leveled out. Speed's under control. Zig's scared to get up and walk around at the moment, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Watch my plane. You got control for a minute.
Why is it doing that? Is it just, am I just too high?
What's your altitude now that I'm back?
285 is what I had it set to, but
Well, I'm at 315 now. I'm holding speed at 0.82. But for a while there, when I had killed the autopilot time that it nosedived there, I didn't reset the speed hold. The IAS.
I've been off of the speed hold.
Yeah.
Now I'm down, I set it to 255 now.
The only thing I can think of is these planes, for whatever reason, even though it says that they can go higher, don't like to go higher than
30, 31.
maybe 32. That may be something in the script or something.
That's got to be it because, you know, it reads the other. I can't remember what I got up to going to Phoenix. I think it was right about 31.
So are you on speed management or no, Moondog?
I am now. I mean, because I was actually over speeding, and that's what the alarm was. My N1 was up over 100.
What do you have your Mach set at?
0.82. Which is indicated 312. Saying,
Okay, I engaged that again to see what happens.
So I'm cruising at indicated airspeed 280, Mach 0.72 at 30,000.
I can't even, I don't even know how you guys are doing that speed.
Draco, see if you can scroll it up to about 0.8. See if it picks up any speed while you're still level.
I'm going to switch over to Mach. Yep, the engines are throttling up.
See if it holds it there. Maybe it is an altitude script because script stats say that this thing should cruise at 0.82 to 0.84 with the max speed of 0.86.
Well, right now my N1 is at 101.
But are you gaining speed?
Indicated
mine's up.
airspeed, but not Mach speed.
Mine's at 101.2.
Oh, there goes Mach speed. It's starting to go up now.
Mine is too. But I'm descending, so going to 255.
I'm holding level.
'Cause, man, I just couldn't get it to climb any more than that.
All right. Just what you want to hear from your pilot, right? Okay, I'm going to try something here.
Oh boy.
Also, look at your wind too. I have wind velocity 088, wind direction 235.
Now, I don't have any engine anti-ice on.
Maybe you flip that on.
Turn that on, because I turned that on, and I also turned the fuel vapor vent on.
Well, I don't even know what that is, but
I don't either. I think that's got to do with it being able to breathe.
Alright, so it pushed up, so I'm at 0.8 now. Indicated airspeed 315, and the engines are throttling back now.
Okay.
oh shit, I'm almost at my overspeed. But it's not descending. Why? I wonder what my 2992 is what I should be set at, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why it doesn't know I'm there.
I don't
shit,
want to
I'm
pull
o-
those
I'm-
out.
I'm over speeding. Why am I still descending? 255.
This has the same bug that the 757 has with the vertical speed, where if you're at an altitude and you want to go up or down, and you change that altitude, even if you don't change the if you haven't changed your vertical speed, you have to move it up like 100 feet, and then or down 100 feet, and then set it to where you want it to be. To get it to work that the vertical speed properly. So, Moondog, on the FMC, what do I push to be able to see? Oh, there it is. No, that's just the full. How much time? How much time I have left on this flight?
Well, it should be on the one. Hold on.
Because I clicked on flight plan, all it tells me is how long it's supposed to take.
All right. Where is that at? Menu, flight plan, next page. It says total 177.
So, Joe says your average landings is listed under Mac cars, and he was a little off. Right now he's at minus 445.
Alright, I'm gonna take a chance. Go pee and refill my coffee. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to save. Just in case. Okay, be right back.
I don't see it anywhere on the FMC. I don't understand why it's not there.
I was just wondering, so I didn't have to pull up the GPS window.
Yeah. Says 6:53 on the field prediction page,
Okay.
which it's 4:10 on the clock. So
It's telling, well,
That's-
GPS is telling me hour 49 minutes,
yeah,
944 nautical miles.
9:40. Yeah, you're just behind me then. I'm at 9:50. I went to 3:25. It's holding here.
So I'm looking at our flight plan. We're not even a third of the way there.
It'll pick up. We've been in the flight for about an hour. Because I did hit the timer after I made the turn and was climbing
Oh, you did?
on the runway. So I'm pretty close there.
Well, I'm looking at the map, and we're about halfway between mainland Japan and mainland Russia. Out over the water.
Is that in Join FS?
No, active sky.
I think I've managed to survive.
Yeah, yes, you have so far.
So I was telling Moondog, we're not even a third of the way into the flight.
Well, if I can at least manage to keep it afloat. I mean, I feel good with being a third in.
Well, I do too. Considering this is only my third time in the plane.
Yeah.
And 2 out of those 3 times ended up with me crashing.
I had a lot more crashes than that.
Okay, if I'm in the Mac cars,
Moondog's not even paying attention to his plane.
I know.
yeah, it is.
Well, I'm now contacting a Russian flight center.
Yeah,
Petropavlovsk.
yeah, I contacted them.
What do you do for a screenshot again? Is it print screen?
F12.
Trying to get. I don't have any good screenshots for this plane.
It's hard to get a good screenshot for this plane because it's so big. Can't zoom out far enough.
Oh, I need to zoom
Okay,
in.
logbook.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, you know what? Spot plane view is a good way to go.
There we go. That should give me something to work with.
Well, I see my landing.
I need to make
but
some thumbnails for this one.
They're,
Yeah.
see that my average, I see my landings, but I don't see where you pick up average landing rate.
I can figure it real quick because it's only the 5.
So maybe we just need to stay below 30,000 with this plane because everything seems really stable now. I don't want to jinx it, but
Yeah, at 130 or 325, 32,500. I'm holding
You're
perfectly
okay there?
on. Yeah.
Oh.
So
FYI, I went into Rex 4 and I changed the my cloud and water resolution to DX5 instead of the 32-bit, and my clouds look a lot better, and it doesn't hit your frame rate as bad.
that can't be it. Come on.
so for everyone that's watching that maybe doesn't hang out with us all the time or you just tuned in, we are flying these older DC-10s because we did just recently join a virtual airline, and they have a historical division, and it covers prop planes and the early jet era, which this plane falls into. So we're hoping that we can tolerate the persnicketyness of this plane enough to be able to complete some VA flights in it in the historical division.
Right. So
Which
just
you may see more of in the future, but
Joe says when you log into Mac Cars, it's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
okay. Oh, what do you know? Mine's my app. What I figured it and theirs is almost spot on. Does Joe really want to know what mine is?
no, he probably doesn't. None of us want to know, Moondog. Go away.
Okay.
Hey, mine
How
is
good is it?
mine is 64.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was gonna say Draco's got one, and he was on the leaderboard all day, so his average is pretty good.
What was it? Minus 64?
64 or 65, something like that. I had the best landing of the day.
He floated it all the way down the runway and then said, "Oh, I think I'll touch down now."
Oh, bullshit.
What's yours, Moondog? Let's hear it.
265. Which isn't far off from the the overall full company average, which I did notice, pushed it up.
I did
One
not push
flight.
it up because they didn't even take it. They didn't even accept it. It didn't even get the count.
Joe's laughing.
I'm sure my A-cars got floated around and everybody had a good laugh about it, the Grizzled veterans. I'm sure they're like, look at this clown. Can he not read? Although I did attach a comment to mine before it was accepted and said I apologize for being an idiot. I was like, I misread I was like, I knew my landing wasn't that good. I was like, but I misread the PIREP info and thought that it was barely in tolerance. And I was like, and clearly it's not.
So, Zig, you're pretty much on the same heading I am. Do you have any idea where the reflection of the sun is coming off of the sunscreen right there by the nav and the flight director switch? Because there's no way that the sun could be shining through the airplane.
I don't know that I see that. What are you talking about?
On the sunscreen, you see where like all the autopilot stuff is?
Yeah.
On the far left, where you would flip your flight director switch, I
Yeah.
have like this massive like sun reflection.
Oh, I do not. You have your graphics turned up too high. Stop doing that.
I have a minor glare there, but I don't think.
I don't have them turned up too high. Everything's just maxed.
Right.
Joe said that he did the same thing after the first flight, pretty much.
Bounced it or flew with its doors open?
I think the zig thing. Because there aren't too many people who fly with their doors open.
Most people don't even open them to let the people on. They just fictitiously, okay, they're on, let's go.
Right. Okay, so
A lot of clouds all around us.
get out of that. Go back.
All right, so Samuel Fields. Hello, how are you doing? Sorry if I didn't catch that right away. You probably just stepped out. Travis, hey, how you guys doing? Now we're doing okay. Earlier when the plane was trying to kill us, we weren't doing as well. But it only took us, what, 50 minutes to an hour to get it under control?
Travis just typed in my chat. He's like, "What's up?" Moondog is ignoring his chat.
What a shocker.
Answered.
Well, now you did. He probably put that in like 20 minutes ago. Moondog is always ignoring his chat, Travis. Have you not figured that out yet?
Okay, his comment came in at 11:19. It's 11:23, and I was commenting on it a minute ago. Give me at least 3 minutes, okay?
You would think with all those screens he's got over there in Flight Central, he could have chat up big enough on one that he could see it.
I would say he's got mission control.
Well, that's the word I was looking for. Mission control.
Okay, you guys have some fair points, but I have so many other things pulled up on it. Chat's also part of it, so.
You must be pretty far ahead of me, Moondog, because I don't even see you on Active Sky. I see Zig. He's about, about 50 miles behind me?
Wow. So there's not even any approaches to ATU.
Nope.
Oh no?
Wow. We're really
We're eyeballing it in.
well.
Well,
You're
hopefully they have enough Coast Guard cutters to pick up the bodies.
Well, hey, like I said, I'm happy to make it this far without crashing. So if I can make it the rest of the way and at least land on, crash, land, deposit myself on solid ground, that's good enough. I'll take that.
What about Frozen Ocean? Will that work?
What he is saying is the fact that
I would at
He
least like, to not have to paddle the raft boat or, at least really actually like put it down on solid ground and may or may not be on the runway.
Remember what they say, Zig. Captain goes down with the ship.
right,
Right.
I think that the gist is he's in the air. He's at least a third away from Japan. So guess what?
Yeah.
Next flight is taking off from Attu.
Yep. Considering I've crashed this plane already on takeoff at least probably 7 times that night, Moondog, would you say?
It's fair guess, yeah, 5,
Yeah.
7, yeah.
I'm very happy to be this far and stable. Knock on, wood. I'll find some. There we go.
And I promise you, that is the only
I'll
time
knock
you'll
on my-
ever hear the terms monkey show and stable in the same sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll knock on my Yeti cup. There we go. It could be a crash fest, Travis.
I'm gonna give it 70-30.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It's way too early to tell. You'll have to stick around.
We've all seen how well we land those 757s with ATC and all that fun stuff.
Well, at least we have Active Sky to give us an idea of when we need to start our descent. So that helps a lot.
And we are on ATC, so there's got to be something that they will direct us with. So
We'll see. We'll see.
just did some outside photography for pictures. I'm mad at Travis now.
Go to map.
Can't give a guy 4 minutes. At least it wasn't like 35 minutes, you know? Come. That's it.
Travis said he's not feeling the best.
Well,
We've all been a little sinusy in the Zig household, that's for sure.
I was definitely not feeling well and short-tempered. Was it Sunday?
Yeah.
yeah, he was definitely someone to not aggravate.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah. It's normally me that is the bear reference too.
Of the Monkey Show Night crew, Zig is the most even-keeled. Then me, then Moondog.
But, you know...
Yeah, and how often do you ever think that you would be more stable than someone else?
I never thought I'd say those words in my life.
Yes. Let's try this.
But then again, that's why Zig has the nickname Pastor Zig.
Well, welcome to the stream, Dot. Thanks
It's
for coming
okay
in.
there, Travis.
I'm glad you saw me in your suggestions. Yeah, you know, it's an okay DC-10. We're getting used to it. It's a new plane. We've come up with its persnickety. It's very it's very temperamental. Scared to walk away, scared to touch anything. So this is my first flight that I've made it past a couple miles.
Hey Travis, welcome to the stream. Just bouncing around to the crew, huh?
Yeah, he and to be honest, he put in there, "I'm sorry," and as it flashed up, I responded to it. So he didn't even have like a second before I was checking my chat.
So
That you can check out Mr. Moondog and Drako0411. That's who I'm flying with tonight. We fly on Tuesdays and Saturday evenings, pretty regularly.
Pretty regularly.
Their links are on
Regularly
mine now.
and every now and then, not all the time, but every now and then you may get a surprise stream. Like we did Friday.
The surprise flight type stream. We do other things during the week. I definitely do.
You can add me on Steam. You can find me on there as Zigzaggy. Somebody made a fully functional B-36 Peacekeeper bomber. Huh.
Nice.
We like to fly the old stuff. And obviously you just popped in, so you probably didn't hear me saying a little bit ago that we joined a virtual airline and they have a historical division. And that's actually why we picked up this plane, to be able to fly the historical flights that are on the VA.
Joe goes, there hasn't been no bouncing on here for a little while. Just wait about another hour. There'll be a lot of bouncing going on.
Down the runway, is that what he's suggesting?
I'm guessing
Yeah.
down the runway, off of buildings.
Yeah. I will gladly take it bouncing down the runway.
I will gladly take
I'll
it
take
on
that all
being
over
on
me.
fire at the end of the runway. At least we're there.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what I was thinking, you know.
I will take anything that includes on the runway.
I'll take anything that includes near the runway. I mean, taxiway, grass,
Right.
hangar.
Bay out in the cove before you actually get there, because what you're saying is you're in the country and you're not going back out. You're not doing this flight again. You're not world hopping anymore.
Not for quite a while. I mean, we've been at this.
Okay.
Jeez, I hate that spot
Yeah.
plane view. I mean, we've been at this going on probably close to 6 or 7 months now
No.
On the
It
world
was-
tour?
on the
On
World
the
Tour.
World Tour. It's been
I'm not sure.
end of July, 1st of August. It's still been a while. But I was looking at date of first time that we put anything up, and I think it was July.
Well,
Is
no,
that when we
but,
started doing the streams?
Yeah.
no, that's when we started doing the streams. But we started
We
this
did-
before we started streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did start the world tour
flights.
before we started streaming them.
Because we didn't
Yeah,
start
it
streaming them
was-
until after we took off from Cork.
No. I have videos of it up. I was checking it because I was just correcting all of my playlists, so everything's in order and in there. We started, the first flight we did was from St. Louis to Akron, Canton. No video footage.
Right.
From Akron, Canton to Boston, no video footage, but we did mention it. From Boston to Sep Isles, we flew because BP was even on there with your landing of that humongous B377 onto that tiny runway. That you then also somehow got off the runway when we left. So that's when it really started, and that was
And then-
July.
and that's
I can
also
actually
when-
check, but
And that's also when I lost engine 1 of that plane about a third of the way across the Atlantic and flew on 3 engines all the way across the Atlantic.
right.
Because
So
I
it's
wasn't
been
going
quite a
back.
bit.
Dot, we have done some formation flying, but not with the B-36. We've done it with the C-47. I don't know if you've checked out Manfred
Basler.
Jan's C-47.
We did it with the Basler there too.
Yep. I think we even have a video of us flying in formation with the Basler. Going
Actually,
into...
it's on the screenshot I put up for or the thumbnail for this one. I picked one of the Africa skins and put up the C-47 for the thumbnail for this stream just because it was a vintage plane. But you can see one of you clowns in the background on that one. I don't know which one it is, but one of the monkeys is along in there.
That's a fair enough statement that it was one of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe says that this plane kind of reminds him of the L-1011, not a DC-10, but they're almost the same aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Dot, if you like to fly prop planes and you haven't checked out the Manfred Jan C-47, it's a free one. You need to scoop that up.
Yep. It's
That's better-
especially fun when you're flying with Ernie.
Yeah, and it's better than some of the planes we've paid for.
Yep. But she can be finicky too.
Yeah, she's a finicky plane too.
Joe says he used to work for Basler Turbo Conversions.
Do you guys know how long we have left on this flight? We got a while
I
yet.
can
It's
pull
a
it up.
long
Yeah.
flight.
It's saying about an hour and 20 minutes till we get there. I just checked and I was incorrect. It's not July, it was June 20th. It was
See.
the first video.
Hour 28 minutes for me, so it's probably going to be about an hour and a half for you. Over.
Dot, you're more than welcome to fly with us sometime. We use Join FS as a multiplayer outlet. So you need to pick that up. The link to my Discord is in the video description, and sometime when we're not streaming, we're usually on most evenings. Come in there, hang out with us. You're more than welcome to fly with us. Yeah. You can't join the voice while we're streaming. So you have to hang out with us for a while before you can join the streaming channel.
The voices that you do hear are from the Monkey Show, and then
Yep.
a few of the pilots that we have flown with enough
The-
so that they can at least. But even when you're flying with us, you're in the Discord so that you've got immediate information that we're dealing with, not just able to talk.
Yeah, even if you don't have speaking privilege, we will let you in the streaming portion. So if we're flying together, you can hear things real time. and not on the delay for the stream.
So I'm at
Yeah.
30.
Hang out with us
35.
sometime on an off night when we're not streaming, and we'll get to know you, and we can do some flights together.
Yep.
We're on almost every evening. We might not always be flying, but we're playing a game. So
Yeah. Definitely on. Let's see if we can get ATC to yell.
if you Google Join FS, you just have to download it. It's a little bitty application, and it
It's
makes
completely
it
free.
multiplayer. It's completely free. And then it's not nearly as crowded as the other multiplayer. There's no trolls. So
We very rarely even run into anybody flying.
yeah.
And we tested, and this is the reason why we're on here, the sync between all three shots is like almost spot on. You
Yeah,
don't
it has
have any lag. We go,
Yeah.
oh, the plane's there, the plane's here, the plane's bouncing. It's right there.
We might be on tomorrow night. There's a good possibility. Just pop in and see.
And on our stream nights, Moondog sometimes will post where we're going, where we're coming from, where we're going to, what we're going to be flying
Ahead of time.
ahead of time, so that way anybody who wants to fly with us can join us.
That's why it was up there, because it was really needing to be a quick one, because it's a longer flight on a weeknight, and there is work, kids and stuff that needs to be handled in the morning, and
Yep.
we don't really want to be up till 2 in the morning. Okay, they don't want to be up till 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Moondog doesn't sleep. He just plugs it into a USB charger.
It's not even that. It's the middle of the night. When does a werewolf run around?
That's okay if you're younger, Dot. We have some other
Yeah.
That are
younger pilots
that are
fly
younger.
with it. Just be warned. You know, you have to behave. How's that?
But yeah, you have to behave better than what we would behave, because we
We-
probably aren't.
We did have this scheduled for Saturday night, but we had technical issues, so
Yep.
that's why we wanted to get on and get going quick tonight, so we could try and squeak a 3-hour flight in on a weeknight. Usually we try and work it out so the longer flights are on the Saturday night stream.
And the thing with us is that we have to have so many programs open to do this. At any time, any one of them can break, and it can keep us from doing a stream. Or somebody can generously gift you something that completely and totally works your...
It breaks your sim.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Notice I
it
said
might-
generously.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go. It wasn't a good idea.
Joe goes, behave. LMAO.
Well,
Thanks for the sub, Dot. Really appreciate that. Yeah, pop on and hang out with us a little bit. You know, if we're not flying, we might be doing some farming or
7 Days to Die, or
7
trucking.
Days to Die, or some trucking, or maybe even some Grand Theft Auto. You just never know.
Or we might even drag Zig into a new
You're
game.
gonna start another new game. I don't even have time to play the games I'm already playing.
Well, if we set up
I know.
a day for each game, that's plenty of time.
We have a schedule. Just work it out.
yeah. I mean, you have to think about what I'm doing on a Saturday. I've got farming earlier
Yeah, I
on
know.
with the rest of them. Then I'm doing whatever between the two, and then flying in the evening, and then I'm back up. Well, we get done with the flight, and then I do something afterwards, and then I got to get back up Sunday for the farming on Sunday. And then what do? We hang out then for the whole rest of the evening. So
Hey, Dot, send me the link for that B-36 either on Steam, or I don't know if it'll let you put it in the chat, but I'd be interested in checking that out if you like the plane.
It may not let him put it in the chat because
Yeah. And but you know, friend me on Steam or something, and send that to me. I'd like to check it out. And hey, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson's tuning in from Dubai. How about that?
wow.
Wow. What time is it in Dubai? Is that like Is it like morning time? Is he on Roy's time?
No, I think that would be.
No, Dubai is even earlier than by.
I think that would be like Armor
so.
Suits time.
No, you're further east than that. You're 9 hours ahead, so it's probably almost 9 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh,
that might
good.
be actually like Farmer Beavis time almost.
Moondog's like the human clock, and
Let me know. I want to know. Do I ring the bell?
Yeah.
Am I close?
cool, Dot.
Yeah.
After the stream, I'll accept your request on there, and then if you send me that link to that B29, I'd really like to check it out. Or B36, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, Moondog's the human GPS and the human time machine.
All right, let me see.
8:45. He says you were pretty close, Moondog.
8:45. So the 9 o'clock hour. I was just off
That's not
15
bad.
minutes.
I'll give that one to you. Within 15 minutes, we can round up. I'm good with that.
So I get a cookie. Do I get a cookie?
Yep.
Hey.
I'll give you 2,000 Moondog credits.
Wait a minute. Only 2,000. I'll take it.
He's just returning the 2,000 you gave to him.
That's about it. Yeah. So I'm at 3:45.
So do you live in Dubai, Chris, or are you over there on business, or Chris Johnson
Pleasure?
doesn't sound like a very Dubai kind of name.
He could be there on pleasure.
We flew into Dubai, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes, we did. No,
we flew
Abu
in
Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi?
Over it.
We flew over Dubai to Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi. That's right,
Yeah.
on our world tour.
Well, isn't Abu Dhabi in Dubai? No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm horrible at geography.
Yeah.
I'll let him explain it because he's there, but I'll be nice this time.
But a lot of our streams are, I don't know how many streams was it where we just saw nothing but sand and water going across North Africa.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. Seemed like forever. Yeah.
That was a grind.
It was only 4. It seemed like at least 8.
Well, because it was in the C-47 and it was slow.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't help either.
Yeah, that was a brutal grind.
And to think we want to jump back into the C-47 with not sand but snow.
Oh, Chris relocated from Moondog Land to Dubai. He's from Ohio.
Oh,
Moondog's from
nice.
Ohio.
Yay!
Moondog's Ohioese.
Chris
that
G, not from the acronym,
Ohioan?
is he? Ohioan, yeah.
Ohioan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, there's 8 presidents from Ohio. Ohio's very important to something.
And
Oh,
yet
that's
most
cool.
people can't even name those presidents, so what's that say?
Chris says he works for a company that makes tooling for General Electric and Rolls jet engines. How about that?
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Well, then we need to go outside here and see if he's got any parts on this thing.
Now, if we were flying the 757, you'd see some Rolls-Royce engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolls-Royce 200s.
There you go. How's that for a view for a minute?
Do you do any flight simming, Chris? Do you play flight sim?
He works on him. He might go. I don't want to
Clearly
see
you work
anything
on
with the plane.
Doesn't Joe do
Joe?
something?
Yep, Joe
Yeah,
works
yeah.
works on planes.
Doesn't he work on planes too?
Yep. If I'm right, Joe, you work on planes up in Wisconsin, right?
I think that's what he said. Seems like.
Boy, are we getting to know the following of the group?
The regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said we would fly over DXB on the way to Abu Dhabi. It seems like what we did. It's been a while. How many legs did we decide we were going to have on the tour, Moondog? Like
We're at
30.
we're right at 40 or 41 when we finish. All right. I'd have to recount, but no, we're at 40 when we
We're at
finish.
40.
It was one long flight that we did skip, leaving what was it, Tasmania, going into the Philippines.
Yeah, and we did a couple spaces where we didn't actually fly anything. We just popped there. But we have 40 legs that are on the trip that are in
Ooh.
video.
Chris, you're talking Draco language right there. That's
What's
Draco
that?
language. He said he flies on P3D and big piston engine guy, A2A stuff mostly.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, do you fly the
You just made
377?
Draco's stick jiggle a little bit there.
So, do you fly the 377 or you fly the Connie?
Yeah.
It's starting to get
And-
dark.
And
We're
he
gonna be
said-
landing in the dark too.
Oh, great. He also said you probably have the GECF6 on the DC-10.
That is
So there
someone
you
that knows.
That
Yeah,
is
he
someone who
knows.
knows his engines.
He knows his crap right there. And thanks, Dot, for sending the B36 link on Discord. We'll definitely check that out.
And thank you
And
whoever
is-
sent me a friend request on Steam.
The furball, is that Dot by any chance? Because furball's been around now, and it's funny because I've got 3 cats in the house, and I'm tired of seeing furballs.
So, is it getting dark for you too, Moondog? Can you see the stars?
No, that's perfectly daylight for me. Did
Looks
I
like-
not?
But
Did your clock reset when you reset, Drago?
what time do you have on the dash there?
I got 4:47 or 4:41 or 4:47.
I have 5:10.
I'm at 4:45 also. So you're 20 minutes, 30 minutes ahead of us time-wise, and several minutes in distance behind me. So yeah, you might be more dark than I am.
All right, so yeah, Joe works out of Air Wisconsin, out of Milwaukee.
Okay.
Before
Very
there,
cool.
he worked at Basler Turbo.
At Basler?
Yep.
Oh, how many? And Dot is furball.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the friend request.
Yeah.
I used to have a cat. I know I'm familiar with that sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
good grief, Draco. Chris likes the B377.
now you're going to have to fly it.
Oh, wait.
I
wait.
love that plane. Does he have
Oh.
captain of the ship, or does he, or is it just the base?
He's on P3D and he says the B377 is his preference, but it hasn't been updated yet. He's left to fly the Connie until the Strat is updated.
Yeah, it hasn't been updated to version
P3D.
version
yeah.
4.
So it sounds like he's flying the Connie. Well, Draco loves the B377. Just so you know, Chris, that's his plane. We make him fly these jet planes and stuff. We have to.
That's
yeah.
his go-to.
But there's nothing better than the sound of those 4 props spinning and the growl of the engine.
Contact
Wait,
Tokyo
we-
Center. How am I reaching Tokyo Center from here?
We've been through Vietnam already, Dot, on the tour.
Yep.
We didn't bomb anybody, but we've already been through there.
Did Vietnam, Philippines over to Hong Kong and up through the Philippines. Wait a minute. Vietnam and then into Hong Kong.
Then Thailand,
Taiwan,
Taiwan, and then China, and then Japan.
South Korea. Yeah.
South Korea,
South-
Japan.
Yeah.
We're on the home stretch now. We're about ready to plant down back on American soil. It's been a long time.
To be honest, one of my favorite flights was the one across the Alps there and past Mount Everest. Quite literally right past.
Yep. In the Beechcraft Duke.
Yeah. It was slow enough and high enough that you could reach out there and grab a snowball and toss it back at the guy behind you.
Joe says he knows where where one of the Connies is parked down in Florida. I wish I would have. Wait a minute. I think I've seen it. Is it in Winter Haven, right outside Tampa? Joe?
Chris says, yeah, COS all the way. You can literally smell the gas in the cockpit.
Yep.
It feels so real. All the sounds, the stewardesses serving coffee, screaming babies, ha ha ha.
Well, see, I was stupid and did not get captain of the ship add-on when I got the
that's
plane.
what that, I got you.
So,
Okay.
and honestly, every time I get the money to get it, these guys find another plane that they want to fly, so I end up throwing the money at that. So I still have not gotten captain of the ship add-on, but I'm going to.
Oh,
Why-
come on. You like the Phenom.
I'm not saying that the Phenom isn't a bad plane. It's just that there's something
Yeah.
about flying a plane like that as opposed to flying a computer.
No, I get it because I flew for the VA. I flew the King Air for the 3 flights in. I just was like, yeah, that's why I like this plane.
Well, still, yours is a lot more computerized than my plane is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sorry.
My plane is just
Too bad.
flip a switch, push a button, and then you just push a lever left and right when you want to turn.
Chris says you're deprived.
Yes, I know. And believe me, when I realized I had forgotten it, I was like, and the thing is that it adds so much more than just that. It adds.
He probably just put it on his Christmas list, Chris.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he just wrote that down. Now that you.
As a matter of
wrote it
fact,
in like that.
I think it's going to be base package Orbix and the add-on for that, rather than the 2 packages of Orbix.
Well, we could get back to some of those flights. The Dash is on sale too, Moondog.
Okay, I'll consider it.
FS Pilot Shop. Tap price.
Okay, so we're expected winds.
He changed the subject.
Polk City,
294,
Florida, a place called Fantasy of
20.
Flight.
Expected temperature 0.7 Celsius, so 1 degree Celsius.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Chris. Appreciate that. Check out Moondog and Draco's channel as well.
Oh, look at that sunset. Let's let the camera catch up as it goes crazy.
An Atari joystick for aiming the cannons. I haven't used an Atari joystick in quite a long time.
Yeah, now I'm starting to get some stars here, Draco.
Okay.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What time do you have?
3:45. I'm in the sim. I'm like a minute and a half ahead of you.
Yeah,
I'm at 4:47.
My time is 5:16.
You're at 4:47. I'm at 4:51. So,
Joe-
our time is
Wow.
not the same. Yeah.
So,
but-
Joe,
True.
where is Polk City, Florida at? Because I'm not familiar with that. And so, I mean, I could have been past there and not known it.
West Coast, halfway down in Florida. I think I remember passing it.
Down around Tampa, right?
South of Tampa.
And Clearwater and Winter Haven and all that?
Chris, I think the Orbix sale goes to the January 1st.
Yeah.
Moondog and I both picked up the Vector to go with the Global.
January 1st, Australian time.
Oh, and you got Open. Chris even picked up the Open LC for North America. It is expensive, but it does look good, Joe. Or Chris, you're right. Did I say
well,
that too loud?
got-
Did
that's
Mrs.
got-
Zig hear me?
No, she did not. It's $5, Mrs. Zig.
$5.
Well, we'll know if she heard
$5.
you when we hear punk. And then all of a sudden, hi nerds.
It was on sale. It was on sale. That's what she tells me when she buys stuff. It's on sale. I got a good deal. It was on sale.
And we'll stick up for you. Pretty much everything you bought has been on sale,
Yep.
Sure. Exactly.
except for the Phenom. But you
Shut
looked
up.
around until you decided to buy it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's stuff.
I
that-
researched it. She would
Yeah.
believe. If you said I researched it, she would believe you.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
for
you
sure.
debated on spending it until I bought it. And you said, "Fuck, I gotta get it."
Well, it took at least 4 months, probably, or 5 months since we talked about buying a business jet before we bought one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said the last stream, the way it works is Moondog finds it, Moondog goes ahead and buys it, then you turn around and research the hell out of it, and then you finally get it, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get it.
And we can be honest. I bought it because I've also looked and researched myself too. It's not like I just blindly go out. Oh, I'll get that. I've looked at it. I feel I've purchased correctly, and then Zig backs up by searching and going, yeah, okay,
Well, that's because you've been bit in the ass before by doing that.
yeah.
Hey Chris,
Uh,
thanks for the sub. Thanks for checking us out tonight. Have a good day at work, and yeah, Tuesdays and Saturday nights. I'm not
Yep.
sure how that.
Yeah.
You know, you have to
Tuesday
figure
and
that out.
Saturday
for your
morning
total.
before, yeah, Tuesday and Saturday morning before you go to work, or Saturday, hopefully you don't have to work.
And I don't know. Can we do P3D with Join FS?
Yes.
Does anybody know?
You can do
Yeah.
P3D, you can do FSX, and you can do X-Plane 11 now.
You know, if it works out sometime, Chris, that you could fly with us. You know, the link to my Discord is in the description. If you get to download the Join FS, even though hopefully it's multi-platform, and maybe we could fly together. That would be a lot of fun.
You know what, Joe? I have been there. When I lived in Georgia, a buddy of mine and me, we went down to Tampa to do something. I don't even remember what. And we went right past there because I remember seeing the Connie sitting there. That was, yeah, I'm pretty sure statute of limitations is over with that. That's also when we stole an orange, a couple oranges off the orange trees down there. Hey, they were hanging over the fence near the road.
Well, no, then that's fine. From what I've learned from BP with the orchards that he worked, if it's at the road, you have like arm reach and such, that's fair game.
Yeah, technically we never
So-
even got out of the car. We just drove past and
Reached up
reached
and
out,
grabbed it.
reached out the window and grabbed them.
You have nothing to worry about, even now. I've got, this is for Zig, I've been in contact with
Anchorage.
Anchorage Radio, yep.
See, I just got contacted by Tokyo Center again.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
next will be Anchorage.
Get to join and join the Discord, Chris, and we'd love to fly with you. That
I'd
sounds
love
good.
to have
We'll
another
see ya.
377 pilot with me.
Yeah, you got Draco all excited talking about the 377. So
You two
Yeah.
get in the 377 and I'll get in the little Beechcraft King Air and we'll buzz around you a bit.
yeah. Have a good day at work, Chris.
Yep, have a good day.
See you, Chris.
Travis says driving in the ditch doesn't count. Shh, Travis, you're gonna get me in trouble. I have the FBI helicopters flying over me.
That's mostly because of the other stuff that we mentioned while on. Never mind. We haven't said anything. Ignore that. Ignore that.
Whatever entity may be listening, I have no affiliation with this man. He just hijacked the stream.
That's normally one of the other monkeys that does that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take this moment to send out get well wishes to our favorite friend, BP.
Yep.
So I'm at 345. Do I chance going up to 355?
Why?
See where
What's
it
the
goes,
point of it?
Because he's the moondog.
just to see where it really does go. Is it just in the climb or is it the altitude?
What's the point? We're at a decent height. We're at good speed. It's stable. Why cause problems?
Because he's the moondog.
You're right. That's it. Going up.
He's got to go out on his own. So, and then.
And how does that usually end for you there, Moondog?
There's no cactus is where I'm at
I
right
was
now.
I was gonna say it usually ends by stepping on a cactus,
Or with
and I just did a save.
or with Empyrean, he wanders off and ends up getting killed by a spider.
Oh, or
No,
spider
it wasn't,
cactus.
no, it wasn't spiders. It was a dog. It was raptors and leaf people or what? Plant people.
Plant people.
I don't know what those things are.
I got to tune in Tokyo Center just in case anybody wanted.
Like I said, I think the sunsets just look incredible in this game. So, let me get this straight. We're landing at an airfield with a plane we can barely fly at night with no ATC, no approaches for GPS.
No ILS. Their ATC may get you directed onto it.
And who thought this was a good idea?
I've
You
never
too,
landed
Nico?
on a Lego after falling out of a plane. I did watch a video on Facebook though today, where two guys had a race across
Did you
the
see
floor
that?
barefooted with Legos and mousetraps, and they had to pick up 3 forks off of a table filled with forks and mousetraps. Did you see that one, Trish?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, the one guy,
It's
he
got
had like
anchored center.
mousetraps stuck to his toes and stuff. It was terrible.
I laughed so hard when the guy goes, "It's on my toe! It's on my toe!"
Yeah. And did you see the other people? They were blindfolded. Did you see the other people setting mousetraps like right in front of their toes?
Yeah, they grab the mouse traps, set them up right under their feet.
Yeah. That was good.
That's sadistic. When are we doing it?
You should have seen the picture. You should have seen, because in the video they kind of pan over a little bit, and there's this old lady sitting in a chair laughing so damn hard she's crying.
She's got tissue. Yeah. And then the guy with the 9mm on his side. Yeah, you see that? He ain't
That's
playing
for
around.
protection. That's for protection after they find out and watch the video back that it was
They were
setting-
putting the mousetraps on his toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the one doing it too.
Yeah.
Well, if you was setting mousetraps so that I stepped on them, would you not be armed?
Honestly, I'd rather have a mousetrap snap on my toe than step on a Lego.
Yeah. That hurts.
And
Yeah.
for any of you who have children, you know what we're talking about.
I've had both happen. I've had the mousetrap snap while setting it up for a mouse, and I've stepped on the. No, I'll go with the Legos.
So speaking of stepping on things that children leave on the floor, I was telling Moondog. I ran into the kitchen this afternoon to grab something to drink, and my son left a bunch of marbles on the kitchen floor. I stepped on them, slid across the kitchen floor, and almost put my head through a kitchen cabinet.
Mrs. Draco would have had a wonderful time with the hole of the size of his head in the cabinet.
And
Will you please explain this to me?
And if anybody's ever seen my head, it's like the size of a large pumpkin.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be right back too. That'll leave you all plenty of time to come up with jokes.
Okay. I'm all set for that. Let's see here. We've done that. Let's go. 365, 375. Let's just do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Altitude increase 2,000. And up we go. Let's see if we crash it. Let's see. Nothing, chat, nothing. Why is my Nightbot not working? Yes, I did hear it. Oh. That's the next thing I'm going to have to figure out. Anyone that has experience with can leave me a message. I got to throw some of this information onto the other computer and link it. If I can do it that way. You can do it. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's 375. Let's see if we can't crash it. I was supposed to be at 415. Which is 41,500. Actual surface height is like 42, and or cruise altitude was 42. Ceiling is 45, 44 or 45. Don't make me have to go look. Travis, I've got money coming in on Transport Fever. Starting to make decent money on it. I'm gonna have to do another short stream on that one. Everything looks good. Climbed up, no problem. What's weather looking like? Weather looks okay.
What does that beat for 1,000 feet short?
50 minutes. 50 minutes? Yeah, about 50 minutes. True air speed 470 still.
Okay, I missed something. Joe says you were practicing your flying skills.
Practicing flying skills. No, I'm just going a little bit up. I decided to go to 375.
I'm back. I got a nice sunset in the background here. I might have to try and grab some screenshots with that.
That's what I'm saying. I think we've actually crossed the international date line or close to it.
Anchorage
sure.
Center.
Yeah.
At least they'll be descending us pretty soon. I think. I don't know how
Pretty
far
soon,
out
I'm still climbing.
We're
Why
about
not?
halfway. Well,
Yeah.
I am.
Should be more than halfway. We've only got about 50 minutes left.
Give or take about halfway. Maybe a little bit more.
Distance 450 nautical miles. Anyone trying to actually follow along with that, I actually have the GPS up on the other page. Draco probably has it up too. I'll undock it there. See, 450 minutes estimated. Ground speed 525. Distance 447. What is that peninsula off of Russia? Yucatan Peninsula?
No.
You're
You're thinking of Yucatan. That's in Central America.
Okay, well, I know where it,
enough.
what I know what I'm looking at. I may not be able to say the correct name. So
We flew into the... Oh, no, he says he was wondering if it was me because running into the cabinets today. No, I was actually trying out for the ice capades. Actually, Disney on Ice. I wanted to be one of the elephants.
How do we turn on the lights in this plane? Oh, there they are, panel. They are on. What about the flood?
do the flood on for a minute night because you need more flood right now. But I flew this later with the flood off and just the lights on, and it looked really cool.
Just making sure it's on so I can see before it gets dark.
Fuck that. End up looking the wrong way.
So what, you turn the panel lights off then?
I turned off the floodlights. Just had panel lights on, and that looked really nice.
Yeah, I'm not flying with floodlights on, just panel lights.
Okay, well, just so I know where they're at.
Hey,
Hey, Dan.
Part of the monkey show there.
I don't notice the difference
like the
by
mouse
turning the
computers, you gotta
panel lights up and
stay
down.
Well, it's still kind of light out.
It's going to become preference on what you want, if you want the floods on or not at this point. Okay. Oh, okay. I've leveled out 37,500. I have time to play. Do I try and get... I'm thinking of trying to get all the way up to 40.
Of course.
The plan 41,500. Yeah, I can speak tonight.
Somebody's in dire need of a quad track in northern Nevada.
Ah. Someone needs to get it there.
Trying. There's this thing called traffic.
You don't have much traffic at 39,000 feet.
Yeah, you do. That's why the SO70 renters stay out of traffic.
That's true. Actually, there probably is an awful lot of traffic with the Airbuses flying at this height. 747s. Travis's control panels. Well, see, you have these control panels at these dashes. These gates on the dash. You have above here. Then you have the whole engineering department back here. There you go, Travis.
Yeah.
There's some panel. There's some panels for you.
There is a whole engineering department.
Yep.
Where is the light for the panels on that one, though?
Yeah, let me know when you figure it out. I'm scared to
Okay.
touch anything because it's been too smooth. I'm scared to look
There
at
was that
anything.
beep. There was that beep.
You can get a beep.
Yeah, because I'm
See,
going up. It's
You're
we
poking the
got-
bear, messing around with that stuff, like changing altitude and stuff. You should just leave it alone. You go ahead and figure it out, though, Moondog. You go with it.
Travis' head just went boom. Because I'm looking at the panels. Yeah, somewhere here is a light panel.
I don't think there is.
That's got-
Oh, Moondog, here's your favorite switch. Oxygen mask eject switch.
We don't need that. We're good right now.
You know what? I don't think there is. I think it's, if he needs to
Not
see
modeled
something, you
in.
flip on the floodlights.
Yeah.
Because I don't see a switch back here for it.
Is it brighter if you put on the floodlights
Yeah.
back there? Is it?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll turn the floods off now. And
Oh, it sure is. That looks a lot better.
But I don't need to see anything back there right now.
As you dump the fuel. Yeah, no dumping of fuel right now.
Well, it's getting dark, so I mean, if you dump the fuel and it ignites, I'm gonna have a hell of a light show.
That's true. Should we test that theory?
What is it with you wanting to test stuff at 40,000 feet?
Who's going to find out?
How far would the plane fly in one engine? All of
Oh,
the
into the scene of the crash.
I bet we beat the ambulance there back at 20 minutes.
Well, I'm leveled out at 39,500. I only have 2,000 more to go to get the actual flight level planned. So you know what that means.
Who was it? Ron White who told that joke, and he also said that he yelled at the pilot to make sure he nosed it in good because he didn't want to go limping away from this bitch.
We've lost oil pressure in one window. He sent it over the microphone when he could have turned around and just said it.
See, Moondog doesn't tell anybody anything. When the oxygen masks drop and the doors open, that's when you know all hell's broken loose.
There's your sign.
When the flight attendants start jumping out of the plane with their air parachutes.
You know what? Now that I think about it, too, we're This is-
Landing lights. Yeah.
since we're going into Alaska, this is also, they also only have a couple hours of light.
Yeah, when we missed that window.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll hit plenty of windows when we land.
Well, there's not going to be many windows there either, because how many people can be there?
Well, it is a Coast Guard station, so I'm guessing at least one.
Well,
Where is
Yeah,
Siska?
at least 4.
at 2 station.
Nah, there ain't gonna be a whole lot there. Now, if you were
No.
landing in Siska, yeah, you'd have a lot there.
Now, I would like to do like a short flight to Dutch Harbor.
The next flight was going to go through Cold Bay, but I can adjust it.
Hopefully, Alaska.
Yep.
I'm not sure which is farther, Cold Bay or Dutch Harbor.
If we do a smaller craft, it's not going to matter time-wise. Yeah.
Deadliest
Maybe-
catch boats ain't gonna be there.
No. But one of us might land in, the water and search and find out.
Back in the day, I don't know if it still is. Dutch Harbor was a big naval base up in Alaska during World War II.
In World War II, a Japanese fighter had crashed up in there. Seen that in one of the World War II shows I watched.
Yeah, technically, the Aleutian Islands was the only
Yep.
part of North America the Japanese ever invaded.
They didn't do very well.
No, they invaded, held, and then lost.
Well, they were up there for a good 2 years before they got pushed out.
Well, heck, I didn't think it'd take them that long to get pushed out.
Well, you figure, you're up in that type of environment where it's nothing but mountains and it's cold, and all of a sudden your supply lines get cut. You don't have much will to want to stick around. Alright, they should be telling, if Moondog's as far ahead of me as I think he is, they should be telling him to start the descent pretty soon.
Yeah, I just got to flight level.
Oh, did I also mention too that we're going to be landing in cloudy weather?
Yeah. Oh, I got a little
Sounds
bit of ways.
awesome.
So, at night, cloudy weather, a plane we can barely fly,
No
but no
radio,
ILS.
No ILS.
All right. This is where you start to put money on how many crashes.
Oh, I've already handed out all the paper and pens for everybody to write their wills and their goodbye notes. Everybody on this plane's already come to terms with the fact we're going to die.
You little thing.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I've reached it, but the engines are struggling to get up to speed at this height.
Really.
Well, I'm holding at 224.
Hopefully they get it up to speed.
And yes, Dan, I'm going to ignore that. And
I-
Mach speed's set for 0.82 and I'm at 0.76, so it's holding. It's just,
It's not a rocket, remember?
it's,
Travis goes nighttime and clouds and blind. Oh my.
Lions and Tiger prepare.
we got landing lights, we're good.
And Zig's been drinking.
Ain't
Coffee.
Ain't nothing that
Ouch.
hasn't happened 1,000 times in the world before.
Joe goes, LMAO, where's the eject lever?
You ever heard the announcements on some of them big jets? Shoot, you know the guy was drinking.
Well, I was watching an episode of Family Guy. And wait, they go, they're up in Quagmire's plane, and they go, "What's this button do?" And he goes, "Oh, that button. It makes everybody sound like a 50-year-old white guy." And then Cleveland goes, he yells into it. He goes, "We gonna bring this bitch down." Over the intercom, you hear, "We'll be descending right now. Please."
That's never good when you're trying to get food in the trailers.
It's better that you've showed up where your fuel is. I ran mine out.
Yeah, 2 feet from the fuel station.
Yeah.
I was getting close. This heavy haul.
I saw that picture. I don't think I've ever seen anybody run out of fuel 2 feet from the trigger.
I've done it.
Well, I didn't want to smash that load because on that heavy haul load, that was mine over 1,000 miles and no damage on the trailer. And I'm 2/3 to 3/4 of the way there. I'm like, no, I'm not damaging this thing now. So I was trying to carefully roll in there, and I stopped there.
Yeah, with these heavy haul loads, it's hard to find a place to rest when you have to.
So I'm guessing there's probably only one runway.
Yes, 2 or 20. What did the briefing say? It didn't.
I'll say I don't think it did.
But if it's at a 298 or 294 wind, the wrong button.
Depending on weather.
If it's 294, you're going to be one.
294.
It'll be more 20, right?
200, if that's the runway.
Yeah. It'll be still crosswind.
Not as bad of a crosswind though.
Right.
At least it'll be a crosswind slightly towards the front of the plane rather than a crosswind at
Slightly across the
At
tail.
the tail.
Yeah.
Across the river.
I've been communicating with ATC. I was like, wait a minute, they haven't told me to descend yet. Have they quit talking to me? No, I'm still talking.
Joe goes,
to
"Better yet, the landing will be like the crash back in," he thinks it was Sioux City, Iowa. Not familiar with that crash.
Be like the one in airplane.
I'm thinking more like the crash out of O'Hare with the DC-10, where one of the engines just fell off the side of the plane.
Yeah, and then the whole plane lost? No.
Yeah, the whole plane crashed into a neighborhood
Yeah.
back in 70s or 80s, I think it was.
Do you know that I still go by the local airport that I fictitiously fly out of is close enough, and it is next to the highway. Do you know that every time I see a plane crossing over as I'm driving by, I'm looking just to make sure nothing's falling off of the damn thing as I'm driving by.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that unless he went to the same flight school you went to.
Kamikaze?
Then all you have to do is worry about people bouncing off the hood of your car as you're driving under him.
I am a little quiet, Travis. I'm getting a little nervous about the night landing. Man, it's getting late.
11:26.
I'm running out of gas.
He means in himself, not in the plane, because
Yeah, no, I got plenty of fuel.
Why don't you try and bump your Mach speed up to 0.8? It's
me?
holding, yeah, it's holding steady at 8. For me.
Well, I'm at 0.75.
Oh,
I'm right at the red line.
Oh, are you? Oh, yeah, you're higher up than me too.
Am I? I'm only at 255.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where are you?
300?
Tell you how to hit Mach 1 in that plane. It involves an extreme ride.
I hope they start telling me something soon.
Well, according to Active Sky, I got quite a ways before top of descent.
Yeah, but they usually start vectoring you in before top of descent.
Yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what's programmed in here. That's still at well, let's see, I'm at 25.5 now. Refresh.
But you're more than 100 nautical miles behind me now. You're probably closer to 200.
Behind you?
Yep.
Active sky shows me in front of you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Flight level 253, heading 063, ground speed 508.
Probably.
You're on the same heading as me, but I'm a lot faster than you. I'm like halfway between the tip of the peninsula of Russia and the TOD.
I see clouds on my map. Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, that not on my active sky. You're way back at the tip of that peninsula. Just
That's where
barely
you are.
past it. Well, it's got us like inverted.
I wonder if you really are where you are then. That made sense. It's late. Words don't work.
I kind of know what you were trying to say there. I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be either.
What I meant was I don't know if you're where.
What's it say you're, how long till TOD?
Thank you for interrupting.
I don't know. Where do you see that? Is that in active sky somewhere?
In active sky, if you hover over your plane,
Oh, okay.
Because I'm 36 minutes out.
to the top of descent.
It's not. It's not showing me that anywhere.
'Cause
Oh,
my-
wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Estimated arrival at next waypoint, TOD in 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Okay, mine's in 58 minutes 43 seconds.
So you're a little bit ahead of me then.
And mine's
United
34 minutes.
Airlines Flight 232, Sioux City, Iowa. July
Grim.
19th.
Grim Reaper, it's the Twilight Zone.
Position was a crash.
It could be.
Oh, that was
Okay,
a plane
so-
to Sioux
yeah.
City? Okay.
Yeah, but the May 25th crash I think is the one I'm referencing back in 1979 with the DC-10.
So, if I'm 30 some minutes out, you know what that means. It's time for a refill and some pie. Be right back.
Hi. What?
Eat pie.
I had a piece of cheesecake and a piece of pumpkin pie for dessert tonight.
You guys are making me hungry. I got chili cheese dip in there, but I didn't want to be like Moondog and all like snacking on this stream, man.
Chili cheese dip sounds good.
Oh, it's good.
Anything sounds good.
Although, have you ever had a Frito pie?
I don't know.
Well, I had a Frito pie. Yeah, I've had Frito pie a lot. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
My
No,
mind.
basically it's chili and it's cheese and it's
Over Fritos.
over a bunch of Fritos with some sour cream.
That ain't Frito pie.
Well, I put sour cream on it, but then but then they bake it. It's baked.
That sounds good. We used to have those in junior high. They were called like pepper bellies or something. You could get them at lunch. They'd fill the little boat, if you will, with some Fritos and some chili and some cheese. And
Yeah.
Travis, he's after pecan pie. Frito pie is awesome.
Pecan pie, not pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan's something sitting next to your seat in the
See,
truck.
I don't like pecan pie. Pecan pie is just way too sweet for me.
pumpkin pie with whipped cream to finish it off after I had the rigatoni with meatballs for dinner.
Oh,
Shut up.
Grim, my butt's gonna be so puckered on the way in. I don't know if I'll even need toilet paper because ain't much gonna be coming out. And it's getting dark.
oh, it's pitch black for me.
You need to catch up to me because it's getting dark.
They haven't had you start descending yet either, Moondog?
No, but I'm still 250 nautical miles out.
Okay, I'm
They'll start
287.
here they'll start here shortly. Pecan is your favorite pie, or Frito pie is your favorite?
Can we stop talking about food? I'm getting hungry.
Cheesecake with cherries and whipped cream is my favorite.
Strawberry cheesecake.
And
Strawberries, yeah.
well, strawberries will
Cheese.
kill me, so I eat cherries.
Cheese freeze? I'm not familiar with that. Grim Reaper. Cheese freeze? I don't know.
We're going to get an explanation here, and it's going to sound good, and Zig's going to go, "You guys need to be quiet, I'm hungry."
Was it one
Moon-
flight he actually got up in the middle of the flight and went and made himself a pizza? Because we made him so
Moondog-
hungry?
Moondog's in front. He'll be the first to attempt to land, I believe.
I'll
Right?
be the first victim.
Which will make it slightly easier for me to land, because then I'll see where the fireball is. And
Yeah.
You guys have little faith.
I have complete confidence in you, Moondog. You have landed this plane before.
Let me put it this way. You guys are going to land before me because I'm going to take about 4 go-arounds until I get it right.
Yeah, Mr.
Yep.
Go Around Moondog.
me, I'm just going to want to plant this sucker as quick as I can.
Yeah. I told you
Get
if
the
I
rocket
can
launcher out.
just hit solid ground, I'm calling that good.
Zig's going to get it down close enough and let it skip across the water till it gets there.
He's going to skip across the water like a stone.
The outcome is no pooping. There'll be no pooping on the landing.
Joe goes, hey, knock off this food stuff. It's 11:30 at night, and now I'm starting to get really hungry.
I know, right?
Wait a minute.
I'm with you, Joe.
11:30. Wait a minute. 12:30.
Yeah, no,
a.m.
nope, he's a central time zoner like us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hear worrying about 11:30. It's already 12:30 and I'm eating.
Ooh, we got bread now. I can have
Just-
peanut butter toast.
Just plug in your USB, you'll be fine.
So,
As long-
my theory is this. See, Farmer Dad said that he has 2 breakfasts a day. No, I think he has at least 3 or 4, because he'll start eating at midnight, and then he'll probably have another snack right before he goes to bed. Then he'll wake up and eat 2 more times, and then he'll have lunch.
You'll have 4 breakfasts. Pumpkin words.
Yeah, there's breakfast. There's first breakfast, second breakfast, and there's early lunch, and then lunch, late lunch, early dinner, after dinner.
Grim Reaper's on your time zone, Moondog. It's 12:35 for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Ontario.
Hey,
And out
Hey,
there.
Canada!
Hey. Hey, Ozer.
Well, we haven't actually flown together. I've flown into Quebec on one of the streams when Zig and Draco weren't available.
We were talking about doing the Canadian tour in
Yep.
the VA.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I've met a lot of Canadians. They are some of the nicest people I've ever met.
me and our red Canadian custom harvesters. Drain the
If
oil
you-
out of your combine just to get your crossing.
Yep, it's
Alright.
Canadians, and then it's people from Missouri.
Missouri.
Which I think are just Canadians who move south, because they're just as polite as Canadians.
Yeah, Travis is normally pretty polite. I'll
I'm,
agree
I'm,
with that.
I'm German. I'm not from Canada. I have no Canadian or French roots, I don't think.
I'm waiting on a Travis response. It's got to be coming up pretty soon.
He might have fell asleep.
Maybe.
He did. Travis is one of those good guys that goes to bed early, gets up early, goes to work every day, doesn't miss a day. Wait a minute.
And he's feeling sick, so his cold medicine's probably kicked in by now.
Nope, there he is. He goes, wow.
Now, it's just the Canadian people I've met otherwise are great. It's just the custom harvester boys, you gotta watch them.
I'm just saying, Travis, you're really polite. So is Zig.
Have you guys not heard him when he's harassing me? He doesn't sound that polite at times.
Who?
Travis.
I've never heard Travis harass anybody.
Oh, that's right. You're never.
Harass people.
Well, yeah. But I'm harassing you. I harass you if I like you.
I might have to go get some chili cheese dip, but I'm scared to step away. I don't have anything that I can just go grab and eat.
I have a white chocolate Twix bar that's sitting here next to me.
That's not nice to say. How is it still sitting there?
You need to go do your run.
I've been resisting it.
All right.
Go to the white side.
Well, no, the wife gave it to me as a bribe for something.
Throw it away.
You're screwed, dude.
Don't eat it.
TV show called that?
Don't eat it.
If you eat it, you have to go with the bribe, and that you get out of it because you didn't eat it.
Grim says, "Mad Canadians hurl poutine at you." I'm not sure what I know what poutine or poutine is. Anybody?
I thought they just chased people with hockey sticks.
Now,
And he says, "Only eat the left Twix."
Travis goes, Drake, you and Zig are the best. Moondog, something else entirely.
I'll be right back.
This goes with the discussion that BP had with some of us other monkeys. He had someone that popped in from someone that's watched my streams and said something to BP. And to be honest with anyone that watches, you can go watch the other people. We suggest you go watch the other people, but if you're in ours and you like the way that it goes, you may not like the way that BP runs something. That doesn't mean you can yell at him. But he came back and he said, well, Moondog's the nice one. Wait, anyone watching the stream currently and heard everything, you really think I'm the nice one? I mean, I can be pleasant, I'll even say it nicely, but I'm going to harass you the whole time. I don't know if that's nice.
Joe's over here laughing.
Moondog's the nice one. Yeah, well, I can be nice. I can be very courteous while I'm being unnice, though.
I'm probably the one that needs a gang.
No, it's not that you probably do, Dan. You definitely do, but we like you anyway, so we don't put it on.
So,
Unless, of course,
Travis
you
goes,
like
he
that
doesn't
type
know
of-
you very well. So, I'm getting a little nervous that I'm 24 minutes out from the airport and they still haven't brought me down from 30,000 feet.
You're not 24. No, I'm 20 minutes out. You know what?
Yeah, ETE, 24 minutes. Are you sure there's a tower here?
No, it says there's no tower there, but ATC should still bring you down. We're in contact with Anchorage already.
Oh boy, I see this going bad.
267 nautical miles. It'll
I'm
be
206.
It'll be pretty soon here. If, you know, what's the worst going to happen? I'm going to end up being the guinea pig and going, oh, you need to
Yeah,
look out.
that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, because me and Moondog were like 200 miles, give or take, from the airport, and they haven't brought us down yet.
I give Moondog a lot of shit, but you're the best. You can take it and you can dish it out with the best of them. Well, thank you, sir. Now, get to bed because you gotta go harvest corn in the morning.
But remember something. Travis is high on
I
cold
heard
medicine.
that, Dan.
No, Travis is high on cold medicine, so
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying right now.
Or what? I didn't do nothing. I'm innocent.
You're innocent?
I'm innocent.
alright,
hear
I'm
the
gonna eat the
rapper.
Twix bar. I'm hungry. I got Zig eating in my ear. I got Moondog eating in my ear.
Hey, Hicks boys, we are 2.5 hours into our 3-hour flight about, and we're headed to Alaska,
Or somewhere in that area.
or somewhere in that area.
May have to declare emergency and land on the water.
Yeah. Flying a plane that we've never landed before.
You know, actually, I have enough fuel. I can declare a reroute and go to another airport. You guys, it's all going to depend on time. Travis, careful. You might be the one that gets called the nice one.
I have 167,000 pounds of fuel left.
Roy, he
That's-
is nice.
That should make a nice fireball.
Yeah.
Should keep everybody nice and warm on that 2 island.
We turn on the flood so we can look back here, see better. Fuel, 37,000 in the center, 64,000 in the left, and 64,000 in the right. Travis is not sure if he can handle being called the nice one.
You're looking for a Thunderbird? I haven't flown any planes like that in FSX.
There are a few that just fly nothing but the jets.
Or the plane that the Thunderbirds fly, because that would be the F-16.
Yeah, I think they're almost the F-16Z now.
Yeah. You know, the other option, you can just start to descend and see if ATC yells at you.
Yeah, just dive like 10,000 feet real quick.
I've done that already tonight. I'm done with that.
Shit.
Let's see here. Top of descent is about 5 miles away.
Top of descent
For me is 4 minutes away.
on active sky.
Yeah. But then again, I also planned for 41,500 and I'm at 40,500, so I'm close enough. Oh, as I'm in the other thing, yeah. Descend to 31. Yes, I can do that.
When we get older, will we get X-Plane 11? I don't
When
know
we
how
get-
much older we need to be.
How old do you think we are?
Yeah, right?
I mean, we act like we're 10, but we're not really 10.
There's a damn good chance all three of us are old enough to be your father.
That goes for some of the 30-year-olds.
Joe said squawk 7777.
I think if I was any older, I'd be flying the Wright Brothers plane.
All right. Hurry up and crash. I want to go to sleep. Well, Travis, you can just go to sleep. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be closer to crashing here than they are because I'm almost an hour ahead of Zig, it seems like.
So, Joe, do you watch us like for the same reason people watch NASCAR, just to see somebody crash?
Well, that was Travis that said that, but so
No,
there must
I'm
be
talking to
several
Joe.
people- but that must mean several people are doing that thing. They're waiting to see which one of us crashes. They're waiting for the crash.
I mean, if you are, that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that entertains you, that's what we're here for.
We're not going to go out of our way to just crash, but one of us will probably crash.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that thought just popped in my head. I wonder how many people watch us just to see if we'll crash. Just like people who watch NASCAR.
Roy, Travis, Dan.
Hicks boys, I have a Extreme 3D Pro joystick. It's a Logitech, I think. Moondog, do you have that one too?
No, I have the Satech roleplay.
Roy goes, no, we all watch to see Moondog crash.
It's pretty inexpensive, Hick boys. It was only like I can't remember if it was 30 or 40 bucks, and it's pretty good. You can use it for farm sim too.
This Satech's probably 20 years old. It works as if it's new because I hardly used it up until Draco started dragging me into flying.
Yeah, this Logitech's probably about 15 years old.
I know one
It's-
thing. I'm gonna
It's an
end up
upgrade from the gamepad for sure.
Yeah, Joe, I gave up on NASCAR years ago.
You know, we were bouncing everyone around so much I forgot to turn off the seatbelt signs. So they,
So, at what distance did they start? Well, they probably had you dropping a lot further than me because of your height.
yeah, I mean, it was almost right at my scheduled top of descent.
Okay, because I'm at like 130 miles out and they haven't said anything to me. I'm literally 14 miles, 14 minutes.
From your top of descent?
No, from the airport.
Well, I'm still 11 minutes from there, so I'm sure I'm going to end up having to do a get down close and loop around and stuff, which isn't going to be bad because I'm going to have to find the freaking runway to begin with the first time. So,
Well,
Hicks
hopefully
boys,
they-
check out that Logitech Extreme 3D. It's not bad. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's just a basic flight stick. Has like 12 programmable buttons on it. Seems to work pretty good. It's an upgrade. You know, I mean, it's not a yoke, but you know, it's an upgrade from the gamepad for sure for flight sim.
It sure as hell is an upgrade from the keyboard.
Well, yeah. I couldn't fly with the keyboard. I started with the gamepad also.
I don't know how anybody can fly
Yeah, with the
keyboard and
keyboard,
mouse.
I don't either.
Although, when I first started playing flight sim, I actually used the mouse as yoke control, and that's how I flew
Really?
for the longest time until I finally got a joystick.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really looked at any yokes, but I wouldn't mind having one. But
Yeah, you're looking at 150, 160 bucks just for the yoke.
Yeah.
Then you have throttle quadrants. That's another 150, 160. And then
Yeah,
rudder pedals. That's another $60 to $100.
yeah, that's the thing.
I'm sorry. Roy in my chat. He goes, see those fuel switches? Cut them off. They'll turn, save you some fuel.
He's trolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Logitech also has like a little, I don't really know how to explain it, but it works great for the throttle. It's a little knob on there that has like a sweep to it, so you can use it for the throttle. It works really good. I'm very happy with it for the, I can't remember if it was 30 or 40 bucks that I paid for it.
So the radar on active sky is broke because your plane hasn't moved an inch. Zig.
Is that right?
Yep.
It has for me. And it has, yeah, it has for me.
Well, I mean, yeah, but has my plane?
You know what? No, your plane hasn't. But mine has. I haven't even looked at all to see if the FSX or FS join map is working.
Oh, did you update?
I did. That don't mean nothing, no.
No.
It just broke half the time anyways.
And when it's not broke, it shows you go in a completely different direction in which you are going.
Let's see, where are we at? Holy crap, it might have us. Yep, it's got us tonight.
Oh, does it?
It does.
And where does it show me and where does it show you?
Here's JA 8549. Whoever that is.
You gotta be Draco.
Ahead of me, I don't see you at all, Moondog.
190.
Yeah, you're not on the map. Did you update?
I'm not sure if I did. If it was one that happened since I turned it. No, I did yesterday.
It happened today. I don't see you, but
Send 15,000.
Christ,
JA
you just gave me the
859.
damn instructions. Give me a second.
Yeah, we're closing right in on Attu Island. Holy crap, that doesn't even really get, I mean, it's in Alaska, but that's not very close to Alaska.
It is Alaska.
I know, but it's way out, you know.
You mean mainland?
Yeah.
I was like, you confused me there for a second.
Well, it is
It's
Alaska.
in Alaska,
that's
but it's
what I'm
not
saying.
close to Alaska.
But
What the?
it's as far as we had to fly to get to here to get to mainland Alaska again.
Yep.
Yeah, because then it gives us a, we can do a slightly slower plane and still get to Anchorage or Cold Bay. I mean, and then we can go Cold Bay to Anchorage and Anchorage to Seattle, Seattle, Denver, Denver, St. Louis.
Travis, I haven't set it up for Farm Sim yet, but you can set the flight stick up to work like your front end loader and stuff. I just haven't mapped it out yet. I've been kind of lazy and I haven't been playing that much Farm Sim.
Thank you,
But that-
Travis.
That was part of the reason that I justified to Mrs. Zig why I needed the flight stick, because I could use it for Flight Sim and Farm Sim. And it was not on sale, so I had to come up with a little extra bargaining power.
Just give her a Twix bar. Apparently it works for me. Although I did only eat 3/4 of it. That means I only have to do 3/4 of the bribe.
I was just wondering if it was laced with anything.
Oh, we'll find out here pretty soon, won't we? So I'm descending at 2,000 feet per minute.
Did it tell you to descend?
Yep.
It finally did? Okay.
Yep. And I'm doing 237 knots, or 273 knots. And I feel like it's taking me forever to go to descend. It's got me going all the way down to 19,000.
Down to 19,000.
Yep, from 30.
How fast are you going?
270 now.
Oh wow.
Send down to 2,500.
I'm hoping it starts having me do some course changes, and then that'll burn off some speed. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those on right now.
These are heavy cover and with that, I think all those are good.
It says I'm 16 minutes out with still 136 miles to cover. That seems crazy.
I'm 9 minutes out with 65 miles to cover.
Okay, then that seems about right.
I'm 5 minutes out. I've still got 9,300 in altitude. Turn right 080, thank you. Okay, chat, I'm watching. Travis, I'm checking out. Have a good night. Good luck with the landing. There's your cue. Moondog declares state of emergency to all passengers to evac the aircraft. All parachutes will be handed out mid-jump.
Good night, Travis.
See you later, Travis.
Mid-jump. Got it.
It just had me do turn to a heading of 095. Altitude warning.
Turn right heading 110. Got it. Stay on top of this thing because it's real quick that you get up out of position and too high.
What with the plane in general? Is that what you're talking about?
Flying into San Francisco, I didn't get it down quick enough. I mean, I've been descending this time at 3,000 feet per minute, and I also have speed brake like full on too.
Well, I don't even know where that's at. Where's that at?
That's that big lever between the trim and the throttle.
I better go pee real quick.
Turn left, heading
Get ready here.
1467 heavy.
3,500 feet. Probably are we slow enough for landing here? Just barely. Get over here, look at this, take off then, approach speeds.
Alright. 253, 254.
Oh,
Descending 3,000 feet.
what is
17.6. Going down to 9.
294?
So are we taking bets on who's gonna crash and who's gonna land?
I almost put it in the drink just now because no,
Already?
because I was
2947.
I didn't set barometer. I was still at 2992.
Right. You know, that was one of the issues I had kind of when we were doing the 757 with the IFR, is that I didn't felt like, you know, for when they were calling me in, that I could get the plane down fast enough.
Oh, I'm down fast enough.
Well, as soon as I went below 15,000, I switched my barometer back to what it needs to be. So it's 2947. I'm at 13.9.
They haven't even contacted me yet, so you guys are making my butt pucker a little bit. Got me anxious.
I'm still 35 miles out.
Well, I'm still 94 miles out, but you know, according to Active Sky, I am closing in on my top of descent, so
Expect runway 2. Anyone happen to know what the heading is for runway 2?
nope, there were no charts available when I looked it up. I didn't Google it, but I looked it up on that other place we've been finding them.
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing. Well, I know there's no that, so we do.
1467 heavy, turn right heading 075.
That would be it. Speed about 212, so we can go faster.
Turn right heading 075, 1467 heavy.
The airport is Nook, right? N-U-U-K?
For here? No, it's ATU.
No, the name of the airport.
I have no idea.
The name of the airport's Atu, or what was it? Cove.
Descend and maintain 15,000.
Precious Cove or something like that.
I have no idea.
Let's see.
Descend and maintain
Now we
15,000.
now we have to base.
All right, I got it.
So we have to build this one and move some stuff. Then we can build the next tier constructor that allows us to build advanced armor. But first thing we have to build ships so we can get around faster and try to make those fences. Okay. That's all with the Imperium.
All right,
stuff
runway
there.
2. Runway heading magnetic 018. True 021.
Turn right heading 105, descend and maintain 2,500, 1467 heavy.
11 miles out, 10 o'clock runway. You said it was what?
Hold on.
Going down.
Sorry about that. Magnetic heading for runway 2 is 018. True heading is 021.
021.
I would go with probably magnetic heading 018.
I just want to be able to set something up on the course so I can follow it in a little bit there.
Right.
Gears down, lights on, warning signal sounded.
Warning signal.
Yaw dampers off because I want to be able to have control of this. Speeds down.
080.
Turn left heading 080, 1467 heavy.
Where's the speed break? What were you talking about? Where that is?
Okay.
You don't have to
between
tell
the-
me if you're busy.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go in. It's between the trim and the
Throttle?
throttle.
Yep, I just gave myself a 1/3 speed brake.
Turn right heading 1000. Okay, so I need to take it off. Oh, altitude stays on. I need to take that off. Heading. Oh, turn that off. Wait, what does it say? Heading 100.
Turn left heading 0501467 heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
Airport is at your heading code 14 miles. Turn left heading 045.
Runway 2 approach.
You gotta be. Ugh. Autopilot just freaked the hell out and shoved the throttles all the way forward, and then I just overstressed and crashed. Just as I was getting ready to turn for approach. I'm done with this plane. Alright.
What do you mean when you say it freaked out?
It freaked out. It shoved the throttles all the way forward when I turned for absolutely no reason, and the plane stressed out, overstressed, and just crashed. So, for everybody on my watching my stream, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you Saturday for our next flight. Hopefully not flying this plane. So, until next time, see you later.